guys, so today's video is going to be on this look, and in this video I used my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette that I just bought literally yesterday, and I wanted to try it out. So this is kind of like a first impression type video too, because it was the first time using it, so I kind of talked a little bit about how I liked the eyeshadows, how I thought that they worked. So if you've never seen this palette, this is what it looks like. I think it's so pretty. I was in Ulta yesterday and I saw it, and then the lady was telling me all about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to buy it. So I bought it and I love it so much. So this is one of the looks that I decided to create with this palette, and I hope you guys want to find out how I did this look. So if you do, be sure to keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, as always, is go ahead and prime my face. So for this, I'm going to be using my sample size Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm just going to be placing this in my T-zone, because that's where makeup like slips and slides the most, I feel. This is just going to smooth out my face and kind of just prep it for the foundation. So while that's setting, I'm going to go ahead and quickly fill in my brows. So once the brows are done, I'm going to go right into foundation, and this is the foundation that I've been loving recently. Like, it's been incredible, and I've recommended it to all of my friends, and it's just been so good. So this is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation, and I have it in the lightest shade. I believe it's the shade 105. Correct me if I'm wrong if that's not the lightest shade, but that's what I'm going to be going in with. First, I'm going to be going in with some Vaseline just on my lips to moisturize them. So I'm going to be taking a beauty blender and just putting some of this onto the beauty blender, and a little goes a long way with this stuff. I find that I don't need too much of it, so that should probably be an okay amount. If I need more, I'll go back in, but I find that kind of almost like the less the better, kind of. It looks better that way, just because then it's not cakey. This foundation looks so natural and has awesome coverage, but still looks incredibly like natural and smooth. Like it looks so flawless on your skin. Like I recommend this product to everybody because it looks so flawless on the skin, and it just like looks like regular skin, but it's just like even. It's so good. So I definitely recommend checking this out if you have never tried it. It's very light. You can't really feel it all that much on your skin. If you use a light amount, it gives you like light coverage. I would say at its fullest coverage, it's like medium coverage, but it's just so smooth that like it's so, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. So now I'm going to be going in with a bit of concealer, and I'm going to be using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. And I like this just because it feels light and it kind of does some highlighting purposes sort of as well. But it covers pretty well. So I'm just doing like mini little triangles under my eyes and blending that in with a beauty blender, of course. Okay, now I'm just going to be setting my under eyes with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Now I'm going to be going in and priming my eyes, but first we're going to zoom in. So I'm going to be going in and priming my eyes with my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And this is a really good eyeshadow primer. I definitely recommend you try it out. So I'm just going to be applying that right onto my eyelids. Okay, once that's on, I'm just going to be taking my powder and a big brush and just going over that to set the eyeshadow primer. Okay, so now that I have like a ton of powder around my eyes, we're going to start with the whole reason for this video, and that is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon Palette. Now, I just bought this yesterday, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited to use it. This is what it looks like. It's so pretty. I love it to death. Like, I almost didn't buy it yesterday, and I'm so happy that I did. So this is what I'm going to be using for all of the eyeshadows today. I'm just going to be using it from this palette. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is taking a big fluffy brush like this, and I'm going to use, I don't even know what look I'm doing yet. I'm literally making this up on the spot. So I'm going to use this color right here, which is called, I'm going to be using the color Almond Truffle, which is in the top left corner. So I'm just going to be blending that just kind of into my crease very lightly, kind of as a transition shade for the look. And also just kind of letting this go down onto my lid as well. So I'm just going to be taking the color Almond Truffle, which is in the top left corner, and just putting this into my crease and letting it kind of go down onto my lid as well. So far, how I'm feeling about this palette is that the colors are very pigmented. They're very easy to work with, very easy to blend. I really, really love it. The color payoff is pretty good, so far at least. I mean, I've only used one shade, but it's looking good to me. So once I have that in there, just very lightly, I'm just gonna, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye, of course. This is a gorgeous shade. Oh, so pretty. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Definitely gonna be one of the colors that I will be using a good amount. Okay, next, I was really looking at this color here, which is called like Borax or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's right there, and honestly, that's pretty much the entire reason why I bought this palette, was for that color, because it just looks so gorgeous in the store and I just had to buy it. So I'm going to be going in with, okay, so I'm going to be doing a halo effect eyeshadow look in this video, and I've never ever done one before, ever, so we're going to see how it goes. But I'm going to be using this kind of brush with that color right there. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. It's like a red chocolate brown. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I'm just going to be taking this. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous, and the payoff is incredible. So all of this is with such a light hand. You just want to really have such a light hand and be so careful with this. So I'm just going to kind of like pat that just kind of in the outer corner in the crease area. Just being very gentle, being very cautious for it to not get too dark, because we don't want that. And I'm going to go all the way in on my crease. Just using this color and going all the way in with the crease. And then darkening up the inner corner. Now, I've never done a look like this, and it's really kind of scaring me a little, but it's okay. So I'm just going to deepen up that inner corner and just really get that dark right there, and then connect them using the crease, but trying to keep that center lid very bare. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, just keeping a light hand, keeping very gentle, and then just going in all the way like this. And it's okay if you get it a little bit in the center, because we're going to put a different color there anyway, so you're not really going to be able to tell, but just try to keep that middle section kind of bare if you can. I'm just going to be taking this shade down here called Divinity and just putting it right here, just to kind of make sure I'm keeping that light enough. We'll go on with another highlight later. I just want to make sure everything is staying light enough and not going up too high. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with a flat shader brush like this, very flat, very dense kind of, and I'm going to be going in with the color called Molasses Chip, which is right there. I'm just going to be picking up that shade, making sure to not have too much extra because we don't want a lot of fallout. So I'm just going to go in and just pack that right on the center. It's so pigmented. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep packing that on right in the center of the lid, right where we didn't place that other Borax shade. If it's not showing up as much as you want it to, you can always take your finger, which will most likely get it packed on there better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and use my finger And then I'm going to be going back in with this brush that we used to put on the darker shade and just blending out the edges so they're very seamless sort of transitions. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done both eyes and I think that they look awesome. They look really pretty. It's a very smoky look, but I think that it looks really pretty. I'm actually very happy with the way that it turned out, just considering I've never done a halo effect eyeshadow look ever. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with that same dark shade that we had on the outer corners and just smudge that onto my lower lash line. And I'm going to go about 3/4 of the way in to my eye. And you can keep the outer corner very smoky, very smoked down, because we kind of want that like outlook right here, as you can see we have right there. But you want to get thinner as you go in. Okay, I'm just going to be taking a big brush just to wipe away any excess that may have gotten down there. The very last step in this eyeshadow look is I'm going to be taking a small little brush like this and this color up here at the top called Satin Sheets. And I'm just going to be taking that shade and putting it on my inner corners and kind of down onto my lash line, the inner fourth. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the other light shade at the bottom of the palette called Divinity, and I'm just going to put that on my brow bone. Next, I'm just going to go ahead in with some eyeliner. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Clay Paint Liner and the little brush that it came with, and I'm just going to be doing a straight line across my upper lash line just for some depth. So once I've got that black line on there, it just kind of deepens everything up a little bit. So now I'm just going to be curling my eyelashes and applying my favorite mascara. Okay, so as soon as I have the mascara done, we are all done with the eyes. So I'm going to zoom back out. So I'm just going to be powdering my face and just wiping away that baking just to keep me nice and matte. So for bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit and a fan brush like this, which I've been loving to do my bronzer with lately. So I just get a little bit on the brush and then I just like go like that, and just like it just gets in there perfectly, and it's natural looking, but you still have that slimmed down look. So I just kind of brush it in there just like a few times, like it's so quick. Like that's it, I'm done. I'm done. And it looks so pretty, but it's also very faded, so it's very natural. My bronzer always looks so dark on camera. I promise you it's not that dark. And then I'm just going to be taking some and going up onto my hairline. And it really just kind of fits in my hairline really nicely, this brush. So I love it for that. And then going down my neck. These pieces are so messy. Okay, now I'm going to be going with just a teensy little bit of blush. So I'm going to be using Havana from Benefit. And then I'm going to be going in with some MAC highlighter. This is Soft and Gentle. Just right on the high points of my cheeks. And this will just keep me very kind of nice and glowy. Go down the nose, go above the arches. The very last step is lips, and for this I'm going to be using my MAC Cream Sheen Glass in the color And Glazed or something. Okay guys, so that was the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I would say as far as how I like this palette, I give it 2 thumbs up just because the colors were very pigmented. They were all super easy to blend and to use, and it turned out a really nice eyeshadow look, and I love the way it turned out, and I know that I will be using this palette a lot. And honestly, I will probably be doing more videos with this palette, so I wouldn't be surprised if my next at least 2 videos were just using this palette, just creating lots of different looks with them. So yeah, that's it for today basically. If you want to keep up with me more than just on my YouTube channel, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My usernames are AnnaMariaBeauty. So I hope to see you guys over there on my social media, and I think that's it. So I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye guys!